Sairam, dear children. All cases, heat flows from a hot object to a cooler object. How does heat flow? There is an activity. I will explain to you this activity. Just see this diagram. Here they have taken a steel scale. On the scale, with the help of wax, they have stuck needles at different intervals, and then it is placed it on a stand or between two bricks. Then one end of the scale is heated with the help of a candle. Slowly, what happens is the first nail or the needle falls down, this one, then this one, then this one. So slowly, as the heat transfers, the nails fall down. This shows conduction of heat. The process by which the heat is transferred from the hotter end to the cooler end of the object is known as conduction. So what is conduction? Heat transferred from a hot object to a cold object is called conduction. Remember. Let us do another activity. Heat water in a small pan or a beaker. Collect the articles such that steel, okay, we know one thing, that metals heat very fast, plastic a little slower. So you take plastic, wood, metal and place it in hot water. Which one gets heated faster? That will show that that particular thing is a good conductor of heat. Conductor. The materials which allow heat to pass through them easily are conductors. Example, aluminium, iron and copper. Insulator, through which the heat does not pass or takes a very long time to pass. The materials which do not allow heat to pass through them easily are poor conductors of heat, like plastic and wood. They are called insulators. Water and air are poor conductors of heat. Another activity, you take a round bottom flask, then you add water to it and add a few crystals of potassium permanganate with the help of a straw. Now slowly start heating it with the help of candle. What happens is, at the bottom the water will get heated first. The water which is there at the bottom gets heated quickly. That hot water goes a little up and the cold water which is around goes and takes the place of the hot water, and slowly and uniformly all of the water gets heated. So this is called convection. The mode of heating is called convection. So the process in which the hot object goes to some cool place and a cold object goes and takes the place of the hot object, that is called convection. Another experiment is, you take a candle and you light it, then you place your hand above the candle and see whether you are feeling hot. Then you place the candle at the side and see whether you are feeling hot, and this will tell you which one is more hot, whether when you place the hand on top or when you place your hand at the side. Now another thing is, now because of this is the reason why you see land breeze and sea breeze. I will explain it to you. Instead of reading, I'll explain it to you. See children, during the daytime when it is very hot and when the sun is shining bright and clear, at that time the land gets heated faster than the water. The places which are near a water body, which are water bodies, rivers, lakes, ponds, seas, these are water bodies. So they get heated faster, the land gets heated faster. As a result, hot air rises up on the earth. Remember, on the earth the hot air rises up during the daytime. To take its place, the cool breeze from the sea will come and take the place on the earth. So the winds will blow, that is the sea breeze, the breeze from the sea or the river or the ocean comes and takes the place. Then in the night time the water is a little hot, so what will happen, whereas the land has cooled down, so now the breeze will blow from the land towards the sea, so that will become land breeze. Now the radiation or the light that we get from the sun is called radiation. The heat that comes from the sun is called radiation or the light. Then you take two identical tins. Identical means same. One you color it with black and other white. You pour water in it and you see it in the sunlight. Will you be able to identify heated faster? The water which is there in the black container gets heated faster. This shows that white color does not absorb heat and black color absorbs heat. Okay, that is why it is always advised to wear white colored or light colored clothes in summer, whereas it is advised to wear dark colored clothes in winter. Also it is told to wear woolen clothes in winter because wool is a poor conductor of heat. Okay, with this our fourth lesson, heat, is complete. Children, study all the 4 lessons nicely. I am sending the remaining question answers also. You will be having a test at the end of this month for science lesson 1, 2, 3, 4. Study well. Sai Ram.